Rio tries to rage bait and sneaker, but that sneaking shit don't work. It's been
Patrick,
patched.
guess what came
Shorty
in the mail
leaves,
today?
oh
what?
pushes away,
This.
pivots, and elbows her shit. And Rio already weighed like 87 pounds with no meat on her body. That shit went straight to
Stick
her
it in!
organs. Rio gets.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are so back. It is time. JJK is back, and we all know why I'm here. I love the Yuji slander. I'ma get straight to the action. Yuji is currently out here running the ones with random curses. He runs up a broken bridge, and bro starts running with his head down. That just increased his speed by 25%. He don't care where the destination is. He jumps, and this flying squirrel-like curse pops up. And Yuji obliterates bro with a single kick, turned that little nigga into fireworks. He falls and is immediately comboed into another curse, and this is rinse and repeat until he runs into a tunnel where big bro Choso is holding the nastiest angle known to mankind and gets a quintuplet collateral. Put bro in phase. Yuji passes him up, and look how fast that nigga was running. He was gone. And at first, I was thinking, why was Yuji still running that fast? Choso already took care of the curses chasing him. But then I see what he was running towards. And I don't know what it was, but it was just big for no reason. It was fraudulent, because Yuji just one-shot it, and then stood there aura farming. Wait a minute, is Yuji finally coming off the fraud watch list? Hold on, I gotta let him cook. But as the brothers are trying to aura farm, us the viewers, the brothers, and the cameraman himself got perception blitzed by this new wannabe head of the Zenin clan. He wants Megami to be dead so he can be the new clan leader, and Yuji has a bounty on his head. He's seen this as killing two birds with one stone and got to working niggas. Steve blitz into a back fist, with his eyes closed by the way, and while Yuji is twirling like a ballerina, bro dodges his kick and sweeps that nigga. Choso tried to sneak, but come on now, say it with me class, that sneaking shit don't work, it's been patched. Choso goes for a punch, but dude was already behind him before the cameraman could even change angles. Look at Choso's face, bro was legit sweating bullets. That's a face of uncertainty. He is not confident in the idea of winning anymore. He turns around and is met with an immediate left jab, right, backhand, slap, and it just goes on. Right there is the first time he's opened his eyes, and he only did that to sauce up on Choso. Now watch this. Notice how Choso is backing up because dude is putting the beats on him. He creases Choso's curse 11s and then keeps him in place so he can beat his ass with one hand while brushing through his hair. Now, in this show, we've seen niggas sit on other people, bring their students to watch them beat niggas' asses, using someone's own element against them and then killing them with it, and even killing niggas with straight aura alone. But this might be the most disrespectful sequence I've seen in this show. Choso had enough of being bro's punching bag and tried to throw one, and at the very least I can respect it. But do open his eye in utter disbelief of the audacity, elegantly weaved and put his heel to the back of Choso's head, knocking a couple brain cells loose. Lil bro Yuji could not let his big brother go out like that and threw a rock that spooked him off of Choso. Look at that, that's a face of defeat. But when things were already looking grim for Yuji and Choso, a real MC, Yuta, enters the fray. And as you already know, he's trying to kill Yuji too. And just peep how they introduce him. First Yuji calls him Gojo, then said no, it's even creepier. In this world, getting compared to the most glazed nigga of today is wild. He jumps down asking for the ones, and bro right here does not want the smoke. And we're off. Yuji breaks off into a sprint and Yuta is on his ass. Next thing we see, Yuji is inches away from getting impaled through the face. He moves to escape, but Yuta already has his sword ready to cut him down and scratches his face. They then start dancing on the theater chairs, but no one lands a decisive blow. And I normally don't do this, but I'll show this part of how it was in the manga because I just think it was way cooler than what they did here. Yuji grabs a car and throws it at Yuta, hoping to escape. But in the next frame, the car is sent flying back at Yuji, cutting his path off, and Yuta standing there like, oh, you thought you're the only one that could do this? Anyway, Yuji explains how normally when people's curse energy spikes in a specific spot, that they're usually going to attack from there and it's easy to read. But since Yuta has so much cursed energy, it doesn't matter about reading his moves when every attack can be fatal. Yuji jumps through a yellow jeep and grabs the most basic looking combat knife in every anime. He pours his cursed energy into it so he can combat Yuta's sword. They clash, but then Yuta tells him he's too focused on the sword and breaks a rib or two. Yuji goes for an attack, but Yuta chopped the blade and Yuji's torso. But Yuji didn't go out completely sad because he was able to kick Yuta's sword and he broke it. Then he started feeling himself, saying, oh, he ain't shit without that sword, and now we're both unarmed. I got this. But Rika gave him a reality check. She grabbed that nigga and told him to slow down. And while Yuji is over there building a brick mansion, Yuta walks over there and takes him out. And that's one fight. Now let's see how Choso's faring. Ooh, not too good either, huh? He got that nigga Choso looking like he getting hit with Tekken wall combos. That man cannot catch a breath. And I don't know if he actually hit him 3 different times or if he hit that nigga so hard it replayed 3 different times. And I cannot figure it out. And look at their faces. This shit is not fair. We need a ref. Or maybe not. Choso gets back up and I don't see a single scratch on his clothes. Either him or his clothes durability are crazy, or dude right here got pillow hands and he's just speed. He once again speed blitzes us, but whenever an anime character stands like this when a character is speeding around them, they're about to figure them out. But today is the first time where I've seen this anime sequence be broken. Choso punches, weave, counter, nah, block, weave, gut check. Oh, never mind, he stabbed him. He then goes on to say how using weapons is considered weak, so Choso should keep quiet about this one. But now I gotta question whether bro is actually cold or not. He claims that having a weapon is weak, but then uses the weapon. I don't know about this guy, chat. Choso begins using the talk no jutsu to keep bro still so he could overpower him with his blood tsunami. But peep this. Is that nigga backdashing? With this animation style, it's kinda hard to tell, but that has to be the cleanest backpedal I've ever seen. Eventually, he gets caught in it and covered in blood. Choso hardens the blood, then holds a nasty peek ready to blast dude. Or at least that's what old dude thought. I didn't explain this, but throughout this entire fight, the guy has been able to counter Choso because he knows pretty much everything about blood manipulation. He basically got the stat sheet on Choso's bag. So Choso had to pull out a move he created on his own, Supernova, aka Hellzone Grenade, with AIDS. And you know what? It's actually crazy because Choso won this fight. But Yuta pulled up, carrying Yuji's dead body, and dropped Choso immediately, then healed his op. That's why if you run twos, you gotta run with a trustworthy member. Yuji is sorry. After dying for the second time now, Yuji wakes up to Yuta telling him that it was all an act, except he did genuinely kill Yuji. But since Yuta is OP, he brought him back to life cause why not? Megami pulls up asking Yuji to come back with the gang, but after Sukuna destroys Shibuya, Yuji doesn't want to involve others and get them hurt. But Talk no Jutsu is still the most powerful technique in existence. Megami convinces Yuji to rejoin the gang and survive the Culling Games. Maybe and hopefully, Yuta finally beat the fraud allegations out of Yuji. Now, I'm a proud Yuji hater and I love to see the slander, but I'm hoping he'll turn up after this. And let's not forget the most important part about these episodes. Maki is here and she is better than ever. I need to see her cook.